You so fucking precious when you smile.
I am back with another video, and yes, I'm in my kitchen, for those who got a problem. But I'm back with another video. I'm in my kitchen because after this video, I'm gonna make myself some food. So if y'all got a problem, I don't care. Go make yourself some food. Today we'll be talking about top 5 ways to deal with anxiety, because my last video I briefly discussed how I deal with anxiety, and I'm just trying to bring awareness to it, because a lot of people, some people don't know that they have anxiety, and some people need to know how to deal with someone with anxiety. I don't know, but I brought awareness to it, and it was just a brief conversation. Well, not brief, it was like a 6-minute video, but whatever. But honestly, this video is gonna be about top 5 ways to deal with anxiety. But let's get started.
Okay, so first step of dealing with anxiety, something that I do a lot, and I've been doing it for years. Writing, journaling, writing your thoughts out. It doesn't matter. It can be the same thought, but you can write it 100 times, as much as you want. I know that it doesn't work for everybody, but it personally works for me. What I do, I just journal about how I feel, and I also journal about anything, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I just write about how I'm feeling, and I do that a lot. Whenever I feel like I'm about to have a breakdown, or just feel so overwhelmed from life, because I know it's the daily life is hard, like a college student, and you're full-time college student, full-time worker, and you're trying to manage a social life and other things on the side. That's hard, and sometimes I get anxiety. Sometimes I just be like, I need to recharge. Don't talk to me, leave me alone. I'm gonna write my feelings out in this journal or notebook, anywhere. It does not matter. Just write your thoughts out. It really does help you clear your mind. It helps me a lot, because I know I be thinking too much. Like I said, overthinking is part of anxiety. So that's one step that you can do to help you cope with anxiety. And it doesn't matter how long you write. It's you can write as long until you feel like you feel a little bit better or stable enough to go about your day. Yeah. I'm just saying, but I'm so cute, y'all. Okay, part 2, or step 2 to dealing with anxiety. Usually when you have a panic attack, or you can't stop thinking and you feel like your brain's going to explode, what you can do is focus on something that's standing still, or you can focus on something that is in your surroundings. Like, if you're freaking out, you can't stop thinking or shaking, or you're having a panic attack, you can breathe. I mean, I know everyone breathes, but deep breaths, that calms your mind. But and then focus on your surroundings. You can focus on something that's consistent. Like, if you're in your room and you can't stop thinking, okay, look at your ceiling fan. That's, going like that, So focus on how that's just going. Or you can, don't stare at the wall. That just makes things worse. Or if you're somewhere else, or you can also leave the area that you feel like you are feeling overwhelmed by also. But you need to focus on one thing at a time when you're having an anxiety attack. I know I'm just saying what works for me, how I cope with it. But if you guys have different ways of what helps you cope with it, you can comment below. But what I do is I usually focus on things that are standing still, or I really do. I focus on things that are standing still. I know another part of anxiety, pace around a lot. I pace a lot, especially when I feel like I'm about to be overwhelmed. I pace. That's another sign of anxiety, so just saying. But I usually focus on things that are standing still. Like, I'll stare at a cup for a while. I'll stare, if I'm in the passenger seat, I'll stare at the cars. I'll look out the window, only because it's it's just calming. You just be able to just be like, I'm not sure if that would help everybody, but it's what I do sometimes when I don't want to Okay, number 3 with dealing with anxiety, I also heard that exercise or yoga, I heard that reduces anxiety. I also heard that it reduces depression too, but I do know you have to be consistent with it. So when 2019 come, I'll probably throw myself into yoga. I used to do yoga a lot. I was a much calmer person when I did yoga. Maybe I'll do that again. But yeah, what I feel is I do believe that exercising does release endorphins. certain kind of endorphins. I need to be more educated on this, but it does release certain kind of endorphins that does calm the mind and makes the body feel better. And yoga does too. So I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna try that out. So I'll let y'all know how that feels and if that has like reduced my anxiety, because I know I just be, girls just be overthinking, and yeah. But we'll see if that works. If people already try the exercise yoga thing, let me know if that works out for you. Comment below, because I need to know.
Your girl just trying to grow and be a better woman, you know what I'm saying? So let's help each other out. No?
Okay, number 4, how to cope with anxiety. Find out what is the root of what is causing you anxiety. What triggered you? Because if you can figure out what triggers you, or what caused you to, you know, have a panic attack or freak out or overthink, then you can try to avoid that. You know what I'm saying? You can stay clear of that kind of energy, or that kind of, it can be a person that caused you anxiety that you can stay away from. But you always got to find the root of the problem of why you feel that way, because I know that, like, I know it's hard, but you got to think about it. Because if it's consistent and it's the same problem and you're like, what is causing me this anxiety? If you really, really think about it, you're going to be like, okay. Eventually you will find out that problem and you're going to be like, okay, so what can I, and you got to think about what can I do to avoid thinking or feeling that way. And if it's something that you're thinking, then you also have to be able to control your thoughts. It's not easy, but once you master your thoughts, you'll be able to go about your day a little better, because it's really everything. If you really, really want to get down to it, like I said in my last video,
Everything is about mentality. Like, if you wake up every day and think life sucks, then life sucks for you. Like, that's how it's gonna be. If you wake up every day and be like, oh, it's gonna be a terrible day, then the day is gonna be terrible for you. I mean, it's kind of hard to think that way, but like, that's how it is. Like, if you wake up every day and say, you know what, I'm blessed, I'm happy to be here, then you will receive that same energy. It's kind of weird. Like, whatever you put out into the world, you get right back. So
yeah. Or it could be a certain person that causes you anxiety. If you're around someone, or you hanging out with someone, or if you briefly see them and your energy just gets thrown off and you feel like you're about to have anxiety, maybe that's not a type of person, that's someone you should be around. That's also a sign that that person's not good for you, and that's your gut saying that you need to stay away from that person, that they're not for you, and you're not like, just don't talk to them. I mean, even if y'all are not like on bad terms, you can keep it brief with them, be like hi and bye. You don't have to have a solid relationship with someone you feel as if that causes you anxiety, or, you know, just like I said, people's energies will throw you off, honestly, and have you feeling like crazy, okay? So let's stay away from people that we don't belong for. Or a lot of people, they think about
the problem could be just stress about the future, and I know that's so hard. But what I've learned and what people have been telling me, just focus on now. Just don't focus about yesterday, don't focus about tomorrow, just focus about what you're doing right here in this moment, you know? Because I know I'm still dealing with that, because I constantly think about what I'm going to do tomorrow, 10 years from now, 5 years from now. I stress about if I'm going to be able to finance my kids, and my kids aren't even here. Like, I don't plan on having kids till I'm like 27, and I'm 21, so yeah. I don't know what to say to that. I'm just saying, like, I stress about a lot. Things that I shouldn't be worried about. I should be worried about what I'm doing right here and right now. So I actually think that actually helps a lot. Yeah, it got me through a lot. So I hope that works for some of you. And if it does work for y'all, or if it doesn't, just literally just tell me what works for you and what doesn't, because I know that not everyone's the same.
Number 5, I'm not sure if this is a coping thing, but I do believe that we should be more kinder to ourselves. I feel like we're so hard on ourselves, and that's what causes us anxiety, especially if we're overachievers, or we're trying to commit to a goal and trying to get there, and like we fail at the goal, or something just goes left, or things don't go as planned for your future, or anything in general. We are hard on ourselves, and I do believe that we need to be more kinder to ourselves with our thoughts, with the way we treat ourselves. It goes down to the way we eat, the way we talk, like everything. We should just be more kinder to ourselves. Like, we're in our bodies for the rest of our lives, and I do believe that we need to just we need to treat ourselves better. Because I know, like, this, a lot of this is just personal. Like, I'm telling myself, like, this is from a personal experience. I need to be more kinder to myself, because when I have a whole plan for my future and it fails, I'm literally like, oh my God, you could have did this, you you stupid bitch. Like, but I'm like, dang. And sometimes
you gotta sit back and think to yourself, and you're just like, okay, breathe. Okay, I'm this young, and I got this amount of time to get everything together. But I know it feels like you're just running out of time, because every day I'd be like, running out of time, I'm running out of time. But you can't put a deadline on your goals. I mean, some goals can have deadlines, but what it has helped me is that don't put a deadline on your goals and don't put a time limit or an age limit on any of your goals.
If we're kinder to ourselves and be like, okay, I made this mistake, I learned from it, let's move on. Where can I go from here? You know, it's more of like the trials and errors and obstacles that we go through. It's what makes you stronger into what your real purpose is. So once you reach to the goal that you finally achieve, you're gonna be like, well, I'm grateful and thankful that I went through all of this, because look who I am today, and I appreciate this a little more than I would if I didn't have all those trials and errors. Imagine if you just got your goals that easy. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be. I don't know. If you're not a person who don't like challenge, I don't know. Because I like a challenge. So, I know y'all probably think I'm crazy. I like a challenge. I think I enjoy being stressed out sometimes. Sometimes it's a bad thing. I don't know. But I like a challenge. If it doesn't have a challenge, I'm not up for it, literally. I don't want anything easy. Like, I want to work for it. I want to feel like I achieved it. Because if I got it this easy, I'm going to be like, okay, whatever, you know?
We gotta be like, okay, I'm not where I want to be at this moment, but look how far I've made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. We gotta start thinking that way. I know I have to start thinking that way. I'm not gonna throw myself out there like I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm a work in progress.
And we never stop learning, and we never stop growing. Like, in this entire life, you can learn anything from anyone. You can learn something from a 2-year-old. Just saying. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you got something from this video. And I just walked all over mental health, and I feel like that's the most important. You see all these people killing themselves and overdosing on drugs and stuff, and we don't get to the root of the problem. Just saying. So thank you for watching, and you already know what I'm about to say. Okay? Stay the what? The happiest girl alive, and hashtag you could never.